6:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by J. Yogaraj. First the headlines. The President paid his last respect to veteran actress and journalist Ramya Vanigasekara. The funeral took place at the Borella Cemetery short while ago. The President participated in the 2024 Indian Ocean Rim Association IORA Day celebration at the Golf Green. A new secured transactions registry established to facilitate small and medium enterprises. Heat advisory to caution level in 18 districts tomorrow. The Water Supply and Drainage Board says the supply disturbances causes due to prevailing dry weather condition. News overseas: at least 19 killed, 7 missing in flash floods in Indonesia. And those are the headlines. President Ranil Wickremesinghe paid his last respect to veteran actress this afternoon. The SLBC paid its final respect to the veteran actress, journalist and former SLBC news presenter Ramya Vanigasekara this evening. To pay the tribute to the veteran actress and journalist, remains were kept 2 hours at the SLBC premises, and large number of actors and journalists came to SLBC to pay the last respect this evening. Media Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena also paid his last respect at the SLBC to the late actress. SLBC Chairman Hudson Samarasinghe and several other officials participated in the event. In 1980, Vanigasekara began her career as a radio broadcaster with Radio Ceylon and was a regular news anchor until retirement in 2006. She later joined Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation on contract basis, where she worked as a relief newscaster. The funeral took place at the Borella Cemetery short while ago. President Ranil Wickremesinghe participated in the 2024 Indian Ocean Rim Association IORA Day celebration at the Golf Green this afternoon. The commemoration was held under the chairmanship of the President with the theme of ensuring a sustainable Indian Ocean for future generations. The President's Media Division said the President cooperated with school children by taking part in different activities and explored their stalls set up by IORA member states and other government institutions. An art competition at the national level was among the various ocean awareness-related activities planned for school children during today's celebration. IORA Day is annually celebrated on 7th March with 23 member states and 11 dialogue partners, with this year's theme set to focus on educating children on the importance of ocean conservation and sustainable practices to preserve the ocean. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
At People's Bank, we empower your pride. People's Bank, pride of the nation.
A new secured transactions registry has been established to facilitate the use of movable assets as collateral for loans for small and medium enterprises in Sri Lanka. The STR was established by Central Bank of Sri Lanka together with the Finance Ministry and the Credit Information Bureau. Accordingly, the new Secured Transaction Registry Act aims to address legal and operational challenges in the existing law. The General Manager of CRIB, Pushpika Jayasundara, said then enactment of the new law and consequential amendments to 7 related laws is a critical step in developing a fully fledged secure transaction framework. Heat advisory has raised to caution level in 18 districts tomorrow. The Met Department said the temperature felt on the human body is expected to increase up to caution level in 18 districts including Karambu, Gampaha and Kaluthar districts tomorrow. The department added the temperature felt on the human body is expected to increase up to caution level at some places in western, northwestern, southern, northern and north central provinces and in Monaragala, Ratnapura and Trincomalee districts. The Water Supply and Drainage Board says that disturbances have occurred for the continuous water supply due to the prevailing dry weather conditions. The daily demand for the water has also increased drastically. The board says that they had to regulate the water supply or to provide water in a low pressure to certain areas due to the situation. Users can call the hotline 1939 to inform the water disruptions. I repeat, 1939 is the hotline to inform the water disruptions. And that's local news.
Right decisions with noble intentions bring pride to you and the nation. At People's Bank, we empower your pride. People's Bank, pride of the nation.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
A new secure transaction registry has been established to facilitate the use of movable assets as collateral for loans for small and medium enterprises in Sri Lanka. The STR was established by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka together with the Finance Ministry and the Credit Information Bureau. Accordingly, the new Secure Transaction Registry Act aims to address legal and operational challenges in the existing law. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight, Ministry of Health warned that there is a risk of an increase in rabies due to the absence of a proper program to control the free roaming dog population cities. The ministry said that more than 6 million stray dogs are roaming freely around the country and pointed out that the program to perform sterilization surgery for these dogs has also been crippled. The health authorities also point out that although various programs have been implemented in the past with the aim of controlling rabies and the dog population, the lack of proper implementation of such programs has led to this situation. That's Watchlight.
Coming up, world news.
COVID-19 killed 7 missing in flash floods in Indonesia. The US urged 80 citizens to leave the country as soon as possible. Nigeria pauses controversial expatriate employment levy. And those are the headlines of the world news. Flash floods and a landslide on Indonesia's Sumatra island have left at least 19 people dead and 7 others missing, officials said. Mud, rocks and uprooted trees rushed down a mountainside and engulfed villages in the Pesisir Selatan district of West Sumatra province late on Friday, following torrential rains. Doni Yusridaf, who heads the local disaster management agency, said on Sunday. Yusridal said rescuers recovered 7 bodies in the village of Koto Tarusan and 3 others in 2 neighboring villages. The US urged 80 citizens to leave the country as soon as possible. It was announced after de facto government issued a 72-hour state of emergency and imposed nightly curfews on March 3 after armed men freed thousands from prison. A gang leader also called for Prime Minister Ariel Henry to be ousted, and gangs have warned residents around the capital, Port-au-Prince, to keep children at home. Nigeria has paused a controversial annual levy that would require business employing expatriates to pay $15,000 for a director and $10,000 for other workers. President Bola Tinubu imposed the tax over a week ago, but it was met with widespread condemnation. The Ministry of Interior said that on X, the levy would be paused for dialogue among stakeholders. And that's world news. Development news. The Board of Investment has appointed a committee to formulate a proposal for a package of incentives and concessions to spur investments in Sri Lanka. BOI Director General Renuka M. Veerakorn stated that a committee would be appointed to formulate a proposal for a package of incentives and concessions to be offered to any investor. She noted that this proposal would be finalized within 4 months and would likely to be introduced in 2025 budget. And that's development news.
Moving on with sports news.
Police Sports Club sealed the Nippon Paint Clifford Cup 2024 after beating Avblocks SC by 19 points to 12 at the racecourse grounds yesterday. The game got off to a slow start, with the first 20 minutes flying past with neither team getting anything on the scoreboard. However, it was former Avisa player Hiranta Pereira who drew first blood at the 34th minute with the opening try. The conversion by Shane Hopwood was not successful. The police team had the chance to extend their lead, but Prince Chamara missed out on a penalty, which meant they went into the break with 5-0 lead. In the second half, the teams took their time once again to hit the stride, but desperation from either side ended up with a yellow card each in the space of 3 minutes. For Heavies, it was Senal Silva, and for Police, it was Lahiru Tilakaratne. And that's sports news.
Go ekakthiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Bank of Ceylon reported a profit before tax, PBT, of 40.3 billion rupees for the year ended 31st December 2023, demonstrating a strong and steady performance across various dimensions. The Bank of Ceylon chairman Ronald C. Pereira stated that the bank has successfully navigated all headwinds and came across during the past few years, and the immediate measures were taken strategically and ensured the business community and continuity and uninterrupted services to their valuable stakeholders.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekakthiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Moving on to economic news, the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority says the percentage of tourists visiting Sri Lanka for Ayurvedic treatment is growing. It added, in relation to overall monthly arrivals over the past 6 months, it has shown positive growth. According to the Ministry of Health, medical tourism is a form of health tourism that commonly refers to people travelling to another country to obtain medical treatment. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in Ratnapura, Kaluthura, Galle and Matara districts in the evening or night. Mainly dry weather will prevail in other parts of the country. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in Western, Sabaragamu and Uva provinces and in Galle and Matara districts during the morning hours. And that was the weather report. To wind up this news broadcast, let's get the main points once again. The President participated in the 2024 Ayora Day celebration at the Galle Face Green. A new secure transaction registry established to facilitate small and medium enterprises. The President paid his last respect to veteran actress and journalist Ramya Vanikasekara. Heat advisory to caution level in 18 districts tomorrow. The Water Supply and Drainage Board says the supply disturbances causes due to the prevailing dry weather condition. At least 19 killed, 7 missing in flash floods in Indonesia. With that, we conclude this evening news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Back to Mario Vijayawardena to keep you company with the rest of the programs this Sunday evening.